Check. Hey yo, Mandela effect. I think I seen a UFO. What? It's the Jimmy Jam show. Mandela effect. I think I seen a UFO. It's the Jimmy Jam show. It's the Jimmy Jam show. It's the Jimmy Jam show. Conspiracy. It's the Jimmy Jam show. It's the Jimmy Jam show. It's the Jimmy Jam show. What? I think I seen a UFO.
What's going on, people? I forgot to set the latency again. I had a computer problem, so I had to sign off for a minute to reboot my computer. So I don't know why my videos froze over here. Hold on, guys. Some type of technical difficulties always. So I'm just adjusting the screen, getting everything pulled back up now. Yeah, I know. Jimmy Jam Show's been having some problems the last couple days. Everything was running so smooth, something had to, go left field eventually. Alright, let's see. Let me do slight more adjusting, which would put me right about here. Now let me pull up another screen share so we can share that screen again that we were watching. Let's see. Window capture. Okay. No, we definitely don't want that one. That's the one we're looking for. So let's bring this bad baby on into the screen over here. Blow her on up. Yeah, my feed behind the chat is probably about 3 minutes. I forgot to set it again when I what's up, 47? It's almost like home. Look, everybody's finding their way. Okay, I can see on the screen now where it went black. Let me see if I can get all this in the right place, right time, and all that good stuff. I'm gonna redo the layout later. I just came up here to hang out with y'all, basically, and by tomorrow I'll have it laid out, kind of a show format, that type thing. Let's see. This thing needs to go way over. Needs to go way over here. Let's see. And I can blow her up like that. What's up, 47? How you been, man? I'm just still getting everything worked out on the new page. I'm gonna make a video later telling everybody where it's at, but hopefully everybody can, kind of find it. It's still under the same format, conspiracy, UFO. It's still tagged Mandela stuff. I'm gonna change the tags so let's add a bunch of everything to it that we discuss here, like time shifts, parallel universes. It'll have all them tags in it by tomorrow's show, and that way people searching them items will be able to find us. And I'm going to put my number back up. We're going to take call-ins. We might do some pranks, stuff like that tomorrow. So let me play this video. And I'm still sizing stuff, so give me a minute on that one. If I can find my mouse. I done lost it somehow. Oh, alright, here we go. Shrink that. Let's back this up because we missed a little bit of it. What is that? That has to be like a tapeworm or something. I ain't never. That would freak me out. Totally. I'd be like, what? That's all it would take. Let me see what y'all are seeing on y'all's screen now. Let me check out the feed. Okay, I probably could possibly blow that up bigger. I am never killing one of those things ever in my life. Oh my God, that would freak me so out. And that thing was alive with that inside of it. Wow. Number 9.
Number 9. Speaking of zombies, we're talking about zombie deer. Lately, there's been a virus going around in America where the deer would get shot, it's dead, and then it would come back to life and scare the crap out of the hunters. Scary stuff.
It needs about 2 more years, but unfortunately we're on day 9 of a 9-day hunt. And he came to the net. And I couldn't let him go.
Oh my gosh!
Give him another one, Will.
You think so? You think it's fake? There's no zombie deer or nothing like that? That's a weird one, man. I ain't never seen nothing be able to reincarnate, come right back to life, though. Or, you know, if I killed a praying mantis or something came out of it, I'd be like, whoa, that's freaky. Some out of this world type stuff. That's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Can y'all see that video and hear that video alright? I see hear y'all talking about it, so apparently y'all can.
Shit, its eyes open. Holy shit!
Can't hear it well. Okay.
Number 10.
Because I probably have my desktop
Now, I've
audio
covered
down.
flying chickens and flying peacocks, but have you seen a flying turkey yet? Honey, we're skipping Thanksgiving this year because the turkey flew away, so let's go get a chicken.
As long as it takes the trolls a little while to find the page, we're alright. Can you hear it better now? I turned up the desktop audio a lot.
Number 11. There are chickens in this world that have tails like 6 feet long. I don't know how these chickens don't get their tails run over, but they do. And it's called a phoenix chicken. Phoenix chicken.
Having him out for walk is keeping all 11 feet of this tail untangled and out from under his feet so that he doesn't break them off.
Number 12. There's trees in South America that are covered with caterpillars, and they'll group together and they slowly eat the tree, and eventually the tree will fall down and they eat the whole thing.
Well, they do that.
Okay, which one do you got? What new Mandela effect do you got about bats? Bats ain't blind. They can see now. Is that what you're talking about? I knew that's what it was. I heard it already. I keep up with my Mandela, man. The bats ain't blind. Yeah, that I always thought they were blind too. You know, they use echo to have like a vision, but apparently they can see a little bit.
Form like that.
Those are individual bugs?
Yes.
Are those like caterpillars?
Yeah, they're like little baby caterpillars. I don't
Oh
know
my
what.
god.
And they will actually eat into the tree. That's what was in that.
That's
one
just
Elmo
nasty.
tree.
That's incredible.
I don't even want to look
was
at
in
them
that
nasty
Elmo.
things. Let's go ahead and get to the white animals. I like to have a white giraffe. That'd be a cool pet. I'd walk outside and feed it. Or a lion. A lion'd be cool too. Brown noser. Brown noser would be a good one. Let's see for it. Suck up. You ever seen them, what are they, turkey ducks? They're like part turkey, part duck. Nah, I just knew that. I have been thinking the same thing. I don't know if there's any videos on it either, though. There might not be. I mean, I could do a video on it, but I do know that too, that bats can see, and in my reality too, bats have always been blind. I remember when I was a kid, I'll share a story with y'all. I used to live in this neighborhood. We lived in a court, and I go outside and play wiffle ball. You know, it's that plastic ball with the holes in it, and you know, you throw it, it does all the curves and stuff. But I used to take a little plastic bat and be hitting them up into the air, and there were so many bats. There must have been like, I don't know where they came from, where they stayed, but they must have had a house somewhere nearby. But they would actually swing in and steal my wiffle balls. Like, they would grab them, like, out the air. Like, fly, like I'd hit it up, and they'd fly up, like, and like a couple of them would grab it. And it's like sometimes they fly a little few feet and drop it, and then sometimes they fly off with my ball. So, but they would be out there every night doing it. Every time I hit it up in the air, now if I was just playing and like hitting it on the ground and stuff, they'd never swoop down. But they would always like fly by and be close though, like creepy. But yeah, it had bats in that neighborhood. Bad.
That's power, huh? Never seen that before.
Oh, you saying now that they can see better than we can? See, I always thought that too when I was a kid, like, because like when I would hit the ball up in the air, they would swoop right down and grab it. Like, I don't know if they're blind how they could do that, like, because some people say they make like a clicking noise and it echo locates. Because even in Superhumans, I could have swore they were saying that that bats were blind and they use echolocation to know where they're at. And that was in Stan Lee's Superhumans. So now if they can see better than we can, that'd be nuts.
Number 15. Remember that one video I made where there was red bananas? Now there's blue bananas. I need to find one of these things. I don't know if this is genetically modified food or if bananas are just changing color, man.
There's the raceme. These are really nice sized. Pretty good size. Got a seam of fruit.
Number 16. Green coffee beans.
That ain't new, I didn't think.
Yes. Would you drink coffee if the beans were green? I don't know. Kind of looks like poison. Or would you drink Coca-Cola if it was green?
I love Coca-Cola.
No, they had food coloring. That's why it's brown.
I would.
Number 17. There is an Egyptian god in Egypt named Kepi. And it basically looks like somebody photoshopped a beetle and put it on this god's face. And apparently this has been an Egyptian god that's been around for thousands of years. But how does that work? Having a beetle as a face.
He must have been an ugly dude. I still have yet to try that peanut in my Coke. Matter of fact, I should have did
Number
that tonight.
18.
I was at a place that
Have
had
you ever
peanuts.
seen a $100 bill with Benjamin Franklin on it? If you look at it now, it looks like a happy little grandpa. He's smiling. It looks pretty funny because that's not how I remember the $100 bill looking. But who knows? I'm Canadian.
I'm gonna put Steve's nuts in a Coke. He does look like he's smiling. I never noticed how happy he was.
Number 19. Have you ever heard of the Illuminati card games? And it basically is a bunch of cards that has been predicting the future.
He talked
and it's
about this
pretty
on my
crazy.
show.
There's one card in particular that says rewriting history, which is bizarre because that's basically what's happening. But the point is that these cards were actually manufactured in 1994 before Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and a bunch of other presidents were even known in the system. So, and there's also 20 new cards that appeared in the Illuminati card deck, which we're not there before. Number 20, Snow White. So everyone has been going off about mirror, mirror on the wall or magic mirror on the wall. But how is it possible that now it changed again? It is slave in the magic mirror, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Slave in the magic mirror, come from the farthest space.
So basically what I'm trying to prove here is that time doesn't exist with consciousness. With the Mandel effect, time does not matter. Because people are talking about on their videos with mirror.
He didn't fall. I knocked him over purposely. He was running his mouth.
Mirror, but why aren't they talking about slave in the magic mirror? Because when a consciousness changes, shifts, it happens now, in the present. So it has nothing to do with it, oh, it's always been like that, or whatever. Consciousness happens now. And it affects the past and the future. Number 21, Bam Bam. Do you remember Bam Bam from Flintstones? Bam Bam Rubble? How do you spell Bam Bam? B-A-M, you would think. But it's always been spelled B-A-M-M, which is kind of dumb. But still, where's our English, man? Why do we not know how to speak English anymore? Or even write English, for that matter.
No, Bam Bam, don't.
Which one is Brain? Brain is the big white rat in the back right here. That's Brain. They've been with me since the beginning.
Do that.
Barney, don't speak mean to him. Reason with him.
Okay. Now, Bam Bam, you mustn't hit anything with your... Ouch! Hey, let go of my finger!
Barney, are you all right?
Yeah. Well, now I know how he got the name of Bam Bam. He he's all muscle.
Number 22. Flying spiders. I know they're not really flying, but technically they are. They're falling with style. And also,
Brain is probably going to like eat space cheese and call prostitutes.
raining spiders. This is the creepiest thing. If you wake up in that country, that's time to move out of that country. Get the hell out of there.
What is that? I would so freak out. I would have a heart attack. Oh my God. That has to be the bravest person ever. Must be a kid. Oh, that's, oh my God. I just almost died. I don't like spider snakes. I got a bunch of rats as friends. Hold on.
So I'm a pretty big Mustang fan. But can you tell me, since when did they start making Mustangs into four-door sedans? It's crazy.
As a society, we need to make a decision. Like, are we going to remain as slaves trapped in the third dimension, full of war and hate and government lies? Are we going to wake up and ascend to the fourth dimension? The elites have made us slaves for hundreds of years, controlling us with mainstream lies and keeping us in fear to keep us from our true potential. We are co-creators of our own world. We're capable of way greater things. But we've been brainwashed for so many years to be slaves to money. And we accept everything we see on TV as the truth, and everything we've been force-fed to believe in school as real. But it's not, and we've been deceived so many times for so long. Do you really believe that we put a car in space? Are you blind? SpaceX is one of the world's best CGI animators in the world. So how hard would it be for them to make it look real, but the actual missile is only like 4 feet tall? We need to abandon our ego and our greed, and we need to return to the source of our true power. Or else we'll be stuck here forever, because that's where they want us. But now it's not hard to see that the rapture is going to happen.
Well, yeah, I'm not a big fan of real rats, but my little buddy rats, they're cool. I've been trying to find some new ones.
Of all this other stuff that's been happening, like the Mandela effect and all the shifting that's been happening, the rapture is going to happen after all this trial and tribulation. So we need to shift our consciousness to higher levels like love, peace, joy, happiness, so we can shift to the new earth. The next few years is going to be full of all kinds of signs in the sky. We're going to see miracles and disasters. But don't worry, because the time will come soon where we can be released from this. And we will do greater things. So the trials and tribulations, they will be testing.
I wouldn't mind having an armadillo.
It'll test all of us. But just don't believe everything you see on TV, or else it'll get out of hand. Just question everything and always seek the truth, and you will be set free.
So if you like my videos, my friends, please like and subscribe. If you can donate, that would really help, because I'm literally in poverty. So thanks a lot for watching.
He said he's literally in poverty. I don't think he's literally. He might be. I had to donate Laszlo a couple bucks. Enough for a combo meal at Mickey D's. Let's see. Go to Jams TV. Wait a minute. Let's go here and search. Look, first one when you search it, Jams TV. So, that's always good. Maybe so. Maybe you're right, Boom Boom. Let's see, videos. Which one was it that Laszlo was on? Let's see. This is my one with the flat earth dude. That was a good interview. Let's see. They were like, Jimmy.
Boy, you get to the Big Daddy O. I started realizing what should have how many. And he shows me this this conspiracy video on 9/11 of the supposed missile that hit the Pentagon.
Yeah.
And you know, we get to see like 5 frames of that, and the supposed airplane rather that hit the Pentagon, and that's the only piece of footage that was ever released of that supposed plane hitting the Pentagon. Now the Pentagon, what should have how many cameras? 100, 200 cameras on that building.
Massive amounts of cameras.
Yeah, it should have, and that's all we get. So that kind of piqued my interest. So I started looking at the 9/11 conspiracy, and that's when I had my quote-unquote awakening, when I started realizing that the mainstream narrative of that event was completely false.
And just a lie.
Yeah, complete and utter lie. Yeah. And that was the tipping point for me. I started looking at other stuff, and you know, you go through the whole Illuminati, the New World Order, the fluoridation of the water. You know, you just go through the whole thing until you realize that everything that we are given, everything that we are told, every mainstream narrative, from even back to the Titanic. You know,
you want to be a writer and have terrible spelling? Well, get an editing program that fixes your spelling.
Mainstream narrative is nonsense, and
or
questioned. So
or possibly it could just be a flat-out lie.
Everything is a flat-out lie as far as I'm concerned. Everything. So as a musician, when I started learning all of this stuff, and eventually once you go through all the conspiracies, you get to the big boy, you get to the Big Daddy O, the Flat Earth conspiracy.
Yeah, exactly.
Once I got to that, you know, as a musician, I had to put everything I had in my brain into music and started writing songs about it. And I released my first song about 6 months ago, which was called Flat Earth Man, which and that's what gave me the title, the Flat Earth Man. I didn't give myself that title. I called the song Flat Earth Man because it was about meeting a guy who thinks the Earth is flat, and then the story of the song is I go to research it myself and find out that he's actually talking, you know, some sense, and that the Earth is flat, and that was the title of the song, Flat Earth Man, and that's what gave me that name. And that video was very well received, so I did another one and another one.
You know something, now all the videos I made, YouTube didn't monetize this video, and I thought that sucked because I thought this was a good video, but they didn't monetize it. And when YouTube don't monetize a video, it's like they don't put it in suggested videos or nothing. So it's like, this was a good video, and I was kind of, you know, this was a good one for them to share. I don't know why they didn't go with that.
And here I am, like 6 songs in, I think, and 6 videos in.
So the name just took a life of itself, the Flat Earth Man.
Exactly, yeah. People started calling me the Flat Earth Man, but the title of the song was the Flat Earth Man. I guess people saw the title of the song and thought that was the title of the artist, and the internet labeled me the Flat Earth Man. And I thought, well, that's a pretty good name, man. You know, I'll take that.
You didn't even have to come up with one; they picked it for you.
Yeah, I'll take it. That's a good name, right? The Flat Earth Man.
Yeah. Has anybody in your local neighborhood noticed you as the Flat Earth Man yet, or is it just more people on the internet? But what about your area, right where you're at? Does people realize that you're the Flat Earth Man from YouTube?
No, because when I go out, I don't, you know. Yeah,
there's some big YouTubers out there that they push really hard. it's just a matter of time.
I don't have the shades on, I don't have the hat, but my buddy and I were talking about doing a sort of a social experiment and walking, because I live right on the coast here. It's quite, there's a lot of tourism here as well. So we was thinking about going down to the coast in August when it's, you know, when there's, you know, hundreds of thousands of people here in northern Alicante, and just walking down the promenade dressed with the, you know, with the hat on and the shade. See if anybody goes, that's the Flat Earth Man.
You gotta have the guitar like the New York cowboy guy that plays in New York Times Square. And I think people will realize who you are.
Yeah, I mean, but mostly, you know, my fame, if you want to call it that, is on the internet. I mean, I've had a couple of million people see my videos so far. That's a good start for 6 months. My channel's only been up for 6 months, and I've just topped 9,000 subscribers today, which I'm very happy about. But I always encourage people to re-upload my videos, and if you collate all the views from other people's channels, you know, you're topping 2 million. So
yeah,
there's a lot of people out there that see my stuff in this conspiracy truth movement, if you like.
Yeah, we had somebody come in the room one night and mention you. They were like, Jimmy, have you heard of the Flat Earth Man? And I was like, no, I haven't. They were like, you know, believe it or not, I am going to get a P.O. box tomorrow. So I will have a P.O. address to the channel that y'all can send stuff to. As long as you don't send me no rattlesnakes or nothing like that. Well, you should check them out. So we pulled up your video and we started watching them. So I think we watched, maybe that night we probably watched all 6 of your videos. Sweet. And they were like, you need to get him on the show, Jimmy. You need to get him on the show. I was like, well, we'll write him. He's probably a busy guy. We'll see what he says. And boom, here you are. So we appreciate it, man. And I'm going to take some questions from the guys in the live chat.
Sure, man.
I've seen Turnbuckle. He wanted you to play us a song, but let's see what else. Anybody else got any questions out there for the Flat Earth Man? I'll pull them up now. Let me see what everybody's doing out here in the inner space. Okay. Wow. Cheryl said 9 million hits. Classic says he believes the Earth is flat.
Good man. He's right.
Cher says she loves the accent. Okay, turn.
Well, I'm mighty happy about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right. A lot of people just talking about the feed. Okay, so basically, you got into you were already a musician, and you started, you know, researching into like different conspiracies from everything that's out there on YouTube, and you decided, well, I'm going to turn one of these into a song.
Yeah.
And then, what about far as your video editing? Had you been doing video editing? Because I noticed you got all your stuff real green screen and all the effects, and even your little dogs in the video at the end.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had no experience in video editing. I mean, I'd put together maybe 1 or 2 videos in the past of my dogs, you know, just like some home movies, and one video of me singing, playing the guitar, but nothing. You know, my very first music video was just me in this studio, which was the Flat Earth Man's first single. And that was just different shots of me in the studio, and then I thought, oh, I'm going to have to get me a green screen because people are really loving what I'm doing. And I bought a green screen. It took up too much room in the studio. So what I did, as you can see behind me, I've got a wall that's just painted green. So I painted the wall green, and then started just messing around and, you know, different concepts. And once you've got a green screen, you can just put anything in behind you. And I use iMovie. You know, it's really limited as a video editor, so I'm really stretching the limits of that piece of software. But it works for me. It's only iMovie. I record it on my iPhone. All the videos recorded on my iPhone. I upload it to the iMac, and then just play around on iMovie and get something that's entertaining, you know, that's watchable. And you know, I don't have the budget of, you know, these mainstream artists, but I like to think that my videos are just as entertaining and certainly more informative, you know.
Yeah, I think your videos look really good quality. I could have never guessed in a million years that you shot your green screen videos on a cell phone. I actually shoot green screen videos with a Nikon 3100, and I am nowhere near as making green screen videos as you are on your cell phone. So you're better on your iPhone than me on a camera with lights, a big green screen and everything. Your videos look sharper and better than mine. So
thanks. Well, it takes a lot of time, and I have to sort of mess around with the levels a little bit. And you know, thankfully, I have some.
I'm
time
definitely
to be able
not
to
getting a
do
poop
that.
box. I
There's
just
a lot
read
of hours
that.
goes into it. You know, I don't just knock up a video in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
It takes me about 3 weeks to make a music video, and it takes me about a week to make the song. So, you know, I'm releasing about 1 song a month, and like I say, 6 months in, I've got 6 tunes out there and 6 videos, and I'm on a roll. I'm on my 7th now that I'm currently working on. I'm just love doing it. You know, the love that I've got of the internet, and it's like getting a virtual hug and a virtual pat on the back from people out there who are just loving my stuff, and that gives me the confidence to carry on making it. You know.
Now, does the Flat Earth Man out have a demo of just you singing, not Flat Earth songs? But I noticed you had some other songs on your page that was just you singing. I think it was the Revolution song you had on your page, and
Yeah.
I ain't for sure if
Yeah.
there was any other ones than the Flat Earth ones. But do you have
No.
a demo out of you singing, you know, songs that are other than the Flat Earth type stuff? Conspiracy
No,
songs?
I don't. I mean, that was the only song that really that I've recorded on video. I mean, my background and my living, I did a lot of gigging in the pubs, which were never really recorded on video. And then I went into the ringtone industry. I started making ringtones for the iPhone. So that's
Yeah.
how I'm able to make catchy choruses. That's why my songs are so catchy, because I'm used to making 30-second ringtones.
Yeah. Two
This
Jimmys.
whole, video thing is a brand new thing for me. But when I released the video of just me playing the guitar, which was the Revolution song, to show that there is another side to me.
Yeah.
But they're just, you know, not this guy that's joking around with a hat on and shades.
Yeah.
And people want to see more of that. So I do intend on putting more.
Yeah, definitely, because I really
more
enjoyed
stuff
that
like that.
video. I thought it
Thank
was a
you.
really good song. Do you record your own music? Are you using like Pro Tools and stuff like that to record your own music at home, or are you going into a studio to record?
No, I do it all here in this little studio. It's like, what, 3 meters by 6-7 meters, something like that. I've got a Mac and I've got Logic software. I've got a nice piano in front of me. I've got a few guitars, as you can see on the wall. A couple of speakers, half decent microphone, and a sound card. You know, it's.
And you're
you know, it's not
making
the-
magic. And you're making
Here
magic.
you go.
There
All
you
you need
go.
is an imagination. You need
Okay.
imagination and information.
Yeah. Okay. Josh has a question for you. He says,
Sure.
"Has any government agencies tried to contact you about your views?"
No, but a lot of people are saying that they've subscribed to my channel and all of a sudden they lose their subscription, or they thumbs up something and then their thumbs up is removed, or they comment and their comment is removed. So I don't know what's going on there with YouTube. I don't know if YouTube is actually suppressing my video views. Or
Yeah,
suppressing
that's
the
weird,
thumbs
ain't
up.
it? Me watching
As far
myself
as
in the
any
past from the
government
present.
agency contacting me, not yet. But if music's a powerful thing, and
Yeah.
it's reaching a lot of people. So
Especially
I don't
around
know.
the world. So you look at this. You've reached us here from Spain, and we're in America. I'm in Virginia on the east coast of America. So your music's definitely traveling around the globe pretty quickly. So you say
I know it's not traveling.
he caught it. Did y'all see that? Look, I tried to get him. I said your music made it around the world. It's traveled around. I said it 3 times. It took him to the 3rd one to catch it. I was trying to see when I kept saying round. I was like, is he going to catch it? And then he said, no. It made it across the plane.
Traveling around the globe.
It's
traveling across the plane.
Traveling across the there you go. Okay, give us some of your best proof that the Earth is flat. Convince me right now that I am on a flat plane and I am not flying through space.
I'll tell you what, I can give you, if you give me 2 hours, I can give you 200 proofs.
200
You just got to
proofs?
watch. You just got to watch one video. It's called 200 Proofs the Earth is Not a Spinning Ball by Eric Dubé, and he lists 200 proofs. Now, if any globe believer can give me 200 proofs that they're on a spinning ball, I'll happily look at it, and I'll quit my my flat Earth music tomorrow. But there are so many proofs. You just got to look into it, and I know it's a really hard pill to swallow, and it sounds ridiculous. We all
Yeah, I've
thought
seen
it
the
was
video,
ridiculous
Steve.
when it came up in my feed. Everybody thought that's the most ridiculous thing until you start looking into it. And then you start realizing that all the space agencies are just giving you nothing. It's that mainstream narrative bullshit again. You know, it's been going on for 50, 60 years. And when you start chipping away and you start asking the questions and you start doing your own research, you realize that these flat earthers are not crazy. They're very well researched. They're very intelligent people. But you just have to go there. And I guarantee you, once you go flat, you ain't going back.
You ain't going back.
Once you start looking at it, it is the grandfather of all conspiracies, and it's the most amazing thing because it changes your life and your paradigm forever. And I would recommend anybody looking into it.
Soon as I started noticing little conspiracies, like I wasn't really a big conspiracy guy in the beginning, because I've only been on YouTube for myself for probably 4 or 5 months myself. I wasn't really a big conspiracy guy, and I had somebody come in kind of like that and tell me something about a Mandela effect, you know, something to just question my brain. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good interview. I'm sitting here watching myself and pretty entertained by it. So I thought that was a pretty good one. The Timbo King was a good one. And I didn't think nothing of it because, you know, I didn't even pay it no mind. Later that night, for some reason, it had soaked into my brain, and I got up on YouTube and I started, you know, checking out Mandela effects. And once I noticed the first little thing, giant aliens are playing with everything. And then I just noticed that I've been lied to from the beginning since I was a little kid in school, you know. And it's hard to accept that because first you start thinking, man, am I going crazy? All my friends are going to think I'm nuts. You know, when I start saying that the earth is flat and things are changing our reality and space might not even be real and there's a firmament and people are just looking at me like I'm crazy, but in my mind, I know I'm not crazy. I'm just questioning the world around me like I think everybody should. But people seem to be in that, I need the new iPhone, I need the new this, and they don't even care about the world anymore. They just care about their day-to-day. And a lot of this is missed, you know.
Yeah, well, you did exactly that with the Mandela effect. You know, once something gets into your subconscious, you think,
you need some cat videos,
and then that's the tipping point. You keep researching, and you realize, you know, you get that reality from it. You realize you're not crazy, and if everybody around you thinks that you're crazy, well, then maybe it's time to get some new friends.
Yeah. Okay, boom, boom. In the video I'm gonna make tonight, I'm gonna throw a cat in there for you. Okay. They're gonna be like, it's gonna be like that movie Fight Club. Just in the video somewhere, I'm gonna throw a random image of a cat. Okay, and that one is do I think the Earth is flat? I don't know. I don't think the Earth is completely round. I guess that's a better way of putting it. I don't think it's completely round. I think science is wrong somewhere. I don't know quite where, but it's wrong somewhere. So I am though. For Boom, I'm gonna throw a random cat in my video. Just a little quick image of Sylvester. I don't know. I'll pick a cat. I'm gonna throw it in my video tonight. I'm only gonna be up here with you a few more minutes, guys, and then I'm gonna start working on this video for my channel. So be on the lookout for that video sometime tonight. It's just gonna be 10 minutes of me rambling anyway, so sure you enjoy it.
What I'm finding is the people that think I'm crazy, I'm distancing myself from those people, and I'm I'm getting surrounded now by people that have the same kind of mindset as me, that understand the same things that I do. So you'll naturally find that those people that think you're crazy for looking into this stuff will just, you know, carry on watching the television, and that's fine. They can watch the news, they can watch the TV, they can listen to the radio, they can eat their processed food and drink their fluoridated water. That's fine. They can continue doing that. But they will just, you know, just drift out of your life, and you'll get new people with the same mindset. You know, you attract what you are at the end of the day.
Exactly. What do you think about this Elon Musk with the Tesla Roadster flying around in space with GoPros on it and a little rocket man in it?
Man, how long have you got?
I got a little bit. We ain't gonna keep you all day. We'll keep it short and sweet today, but I just want a quick rundown on how you wrap your mind around that.
Well, obviously it's nonsense. I mean, when Elon Musk himself is saying, you know, that it looks so fake, he said you can tell it's real because it looks so fake.
Yeah,
I mean, what
kind
of a thing is that to say? It's like saying, well, you can tell it's cold because it looks so hot. What kind of logic is that? But you only have to start looking into the information of channels that are breaking down the footage that we've been shown. Like Globebusters is a fantastic channel.
I've seen that.
On Sunday they did Sunday just gone, they did a 3.5 hour show where they took the footage, they took the whole event and they took it down bit by bit, ripped it apart piece by piece, and if you just watch that for 3.5 hours, you will see that what you're being presented with It's all science fiction. It is absolute nonsense. It's reinforcing that globe model. Science fiction, man.
Yeah. This is the question that everybody hits me with when I tell them anything, and this is one that kind of stumps me a little bit, and it's hard for me to explain. Why would they lie to us? Why would the world just completely lie to us about us being on a globe? Or if it was flat, why wouldn't they just tell us it's flat? What is the big conspiracy on it being round or flat? Why does it even matter?
There are so many answers to that question, and again, if you do your own research, you'll start to find the answers yourself. I mean, I could tell you a bunch of reasons why, but you'll say that's crazy. But again, once you start doing your own research, you start realizing that it makes sense. Well, let's start with the first thing. Let's start with money. Okay, money's always a good incentive, because what NASA gets like $52 million a day. Okay, now
$52 million a day. Good Lord.
Nothing.
That's a lot of money.
They are giving us cartoon pictures and CGI spheres and this and that, and you've only got to analyze some of the spacewalks, which I believe are done in an underwater tank
with the bubbles. Yeah.
So money, there's your first reason. 2, the spinning ball. It reinforces the evolutionary model also.
Yeah. Okay, guys, tomorrow I'll have the stream a lot better. I'll have the latency set so it's more real time and there ain't so much delay between our conversations and the video. So I don't know what y'all are seeing and like how far I am ahead of y'all guys. So it's getting a little tricky. So tomorrow I'll set the latency so I know it's like almost real time. So there's only a few seconds in between what is said and what's shown, instead of it being this delayed stuff in our chat.
The dinosaurs, the fact that you're insignificant and you're tiny little speck in an ever expanding universe. You know, it's mind control to that extent. It's hiding God is what it is. Because if we are living on a flat plane with a dome enclosed over the top with the firmament, like it does say in the Bible, then there is a creator. And so by putting us on a spinning ball, a prism planet, it hides God. So there's another reason for you. So there are many, many reasons, but I think people really have to do the research themselves to find the answers themselves, rather than someone like me telling you this is what the reasons are. But there's 2 big ones right there.
That's just pretty mind-blowing. I agree that they were saying the Earth is round. I don't think it's completely round, though. I've always heard it was shaped like an egg, and but now every picture you see of it's like it's completely round. That's my only problem with it. So I don't really know. One day I'm gonna build a rocket and go to space, and I'm gonna find out. But I'm gonna start working on my video here in a couple minutes, so I can knock one out. I was looking up the richest people in the world today, you know, because if I ever rob anybody, I gotta know who has money. I'm just kidding. But the richest dude in the world today is the CEO of Amazon. So if you didn't know that, you learned something today. He just got his money falling out of his pockets, apparently. He's worth in the billions. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead. I've been working on my Facebook, but I'm still here. Okay. About time you moved into the future and got a Facebook like a normal person. It's 2018. What about Steve? Are you moving into the Facebook future, Steve? Or are you still on MySpace? Oh, okay. You took it down because of stalkers. I got you. I've been writing my book while listening. Had Facebook on for a few years now. What is your book on, Boom Boom? What are you writing a book on? Pretty curious to that one. You're saying, yeah, but dude said he's created the pictures in Photoshop. Why ain't there a picture of the Earth since 1972? 47. We ain't have a picture of the Earth since 1970. What is it, 1976? I know it was from Apollo 16. Why ain't there no new pictures of the Earth? That's a little weird. Yeah, they do take in a lot of money, and I noticed especially on this launch of the Heavy, when they released the car and it was supposed to blow out of the capsule of the spaceship, that there was nothing blew off of it. It was just in there, and then it was instantly in space. Like it was no transition from this rocket into space, and then the car is perfectly floating, perfectly straight up and circling perfectly. And you don't see one star in space, but you clearly
don't see stars. You don't see satellites. There's no rear view mirror on the car as well. That's very suspicious. You know, if you look at the globe behind, the globe glitches out, but the car doesn't glitch out. There's proof there that you've got 2 video layers.
I also noticed when the she's writing a Mandela book and having visions. Oh Lord. Rocket was going up and they were showing well, when you have a vision of the world ending, let me know firsthand. Earth, when they first started showing the curvature, they were showing it for a little while, but not one cloud on the globe was moving. And I was thinking, well, when I look at the sky, I see clouds moving. How can they be looking down but nothing's moving?
There's no continents. You have a look at that. You have a look at the footage again. There's several times where they show the globe where it's just there's no land. So what the hell's going on there? There's so many things. Again, watch the Globebusters show, 3.5 hours out of your life. Just watch that. They tear it apart. They do they analyze the footage. They ramp up the levels in a video editor, which shows a grid pattern over the car. It shows video layering. Just watch that for 3 hours, and then you'll know that it is fake.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. We're going to run through and we're going to play a couple of your songs. I want to thank you for coming up here and hanging out with us today. That was super cool of you. My guys on this channel, they talk about you all the time. And definitely, guys, if you're watching, make sure you go add the Conspiracy Music Guru, the Flat Earth Man. He also has a new website. It is conspiracymusicguru.com. So make sure y'all go over there and check that out. And you said you got some new music coming soon, right?
Yeah, I'm still working on my 7th song.
Can we get a tip, a hint about what the next song is about?
Yeah,
some inside source.
Yeah, you heard it here first. It's about it's about cognitive dissonance. And which basically, I've had this experience many times where I've tried to talk to people about NASA and their lies, and they just look at you and they shake their heads and they roll their eyes and they think you're crazy. And that was very frustrating to me to try and, because I want people to understand what I understand. I want people to come inside my bubble because it's cool in here knowing this stuff, So I tried to tell people about, what's going on with NASA, but 9 times out of 10, they'll just look at you and they'll think you're crazy there's many a line in the song which says
they look at me and they roll their eyes and they shake their head because they believe the papers and the TV.
Okay, 47. When we look at the sun and moon, we don't see 3-dimension. We see a flat, round circle. They're saying the Earth's the same way. It's flat and round. They're not saying that the Earth's not round. They're saying that it's flat. We can't see dimension when we look up at the sun. We just see a flat, round object. Just like when I look at the moon, I see a flat, round object. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see it in 3-dimension. Like I can't see it coming out. I just see it as a flat surface. And it could be sitting this way, and the Earth could be sitting this way. You see what I'm saying? Or it's sitting, the Earth is here and the sun is here over us, and it's rotating around like flat Earth people believe. But it could still be flat. That don't mean that the sun and the moon are round. They could be a flat surface too. You ain't never heard the flat sun theory? The flat moon theory. I'm the first one to bring it. That's going to be my new video. Flat moon theory. The moon's flat. The sun's flat. My forehead is flat. When I look at the face of the moon, it always looks the same to me, other than like, I don't think the moon rotates like this. I think it turns like this when I look at it, like a clock. Sometimes it'll be the face of the moon will be over here, then sometimes it'll be over here, but you can always see it in the moon. So I find that kind of weird too. And why don't the moon spin as fast as the Earth and stuff? So there's stuff spinning around in space, but there's stuff spinning around at different speeds too.
Instead.
You know, the whole song is about cognitive dissonance, and the song is called I Don't Want to Talk About NASA, and it's basically Flat Earth Man being fed up because he doesn't want to talk about it anymore, because every time he talks to his friends, he just loses friends every time he talks about it. So that's the concept of the next song, and it's going well, so I'm looking forward to that.
One quick question. When you was writing the songs, what made you come up with the country cowboy kind of concept? What made you go with that thing? Did you think it'd be funny? Just something you were good with that voice? Was there something more behind it? Okay, 47. Even if you got a telescope and looked at the moon, it's going to look like a flat surface to you, even through a telescope. So you really never, with your own eyes, you can't see dimension like it's sticking out. Like, you can't see that it's round in every direction. You just know it's circular round from your eyes. Just like you know the sun is circular round from your eyes. But you don't know if it's round behind it and round in front of it. Not technically.
It all started when I wrote a poem in my phone. I was just sitting on the sofa and I wrote a poem, and it started... I met a man the other day who thought the earth was flat. I said, man, you must be crazy. Where the hell's your tinfoil hat? But he spoke with such conviction, and he believed the words he spoke. And something deep inside me knew this could not be a joke. So I thought, and it was a poem at that point. And until I got into the studio and I started making a song to it, and I thought, well, I started to sing it, and it didn't sound right being sung. You know, I met a man the other day. I didn't work. And as soon as I got in the studio, I was like,
well, I met a man the other day who thought the earth was flat. I said, man, you must be crazy. Where the hell's your tinfoil hat?
And I started doing it like that, and I had this hat lying around, and I had some shades because I live in Spain. It's always sunny. Put the hat on, put the shades on, and I was in a vest at the time because it's so hot in Spain. I shot that video in August. It was so warm, and just by putting the hat on and the shades, and because I've got quite a scraggly look anyway, it looked like I was this kind of redneck guy. And the voice and the look and the song, it just worked. So, you know, Flat Earth Man was born right there, and I've just stuck with that style because it seems to work. You know, once you're onto a good thing, you know, if it ain't broke,
don't fix it. Yeah. Okay, Flat Earth Man, that was awesome of it. We're gonna run a couple of your videos and let everybody check you out. Make sure. Okay, 47. Here's the debate. You say things look different speeds the farther away, like a plane. A plane appears to be flying slow in the sky when really it's actually flying fast. But I'm not talking about seeing it. I'm talking about in actuality. In space, the moon is spinning a lot slower than the Earth. That's why it just is. The speed of the moon is a lot slower than the speed of the Earth, according to science. Why ain't it spinning just as fast? Everybody, you add to Flat Earth Man. He does a great accent, but I really dig his real voice. That was from Cher. So yeah, everybody likes your singing. They like the Flat Earth stuff. They like the Alex stuff. So you got a good thing going on. I always thought the moon only rotated like this. Not like this. That's why you have the dark side of the moon. The face of the moon we see not that I know of, is ever on the dark side of the moon. It just rotates. It don't spin like this. It's spinning like this. Now, I might not be 100 on that. Thanks for taking the time to come hang out with Jams TV and our viewers. You're totally awesome, and we're going to totally follow you. And as soon as you post that video, we'll share it here on Jams TV.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. Take it easy, Alex, a.k.a. the Flat Earth Man. So definitely check out conspiracymusicguru.com and check them out. Have a good day. Alright guys, that was super cool of him to come on and spend some time with us. I'm sure he's a really busy guy. I mean, I ain't saying that says the earth is flat. I'm just saying, why is the moon spinning at a different speed? That don't still solve the problem, is the earth round or flat. That just is another question in general, like, why is it slower? You know, I'm not saying that the earth is flat at all, completely not. Because we all know the earth is square, and I'm coming out with part 2 of my square earth theory here soon too. I want to see how many names I can actually get called on YouTube. We had a little bit of difficulty getting everything, the timing together on this one today, because as he said, he's in Spain, and you know, of course I'm here in the United States, so there's a little bit of difference in time zone. He's 6 hours ahead of us, so right now where he's at, it's about 7 o'clock in the evening for him on a Friday night. Now we know the flat earth guy got to go out and shake up the town, the flat earth, right? Got to shake it up a little bit. We're gonna run one of his videos real quick for you guys, just so you get a chance to check out the flat earth guy if you haven't seen his music yet, but definitely add his page. The only star in the sky that didn't move was the North Star. It was a fixed star.
When I mentioned that word gravity, he said, have a little independent thought.
Alright, good night guys. Yeah, I'm jumping off. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to post a video letting everybody know where the new room is, all that good stuff. And always make sure you add to Facebook. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Time for the Jimmy Jam Show music.
Check, check.
You guys be safe. We'll talk tomorrow.
Mandela effect, I think I seen a UFO. What? It's the Jimmy Jam Show. Mandela effect, I think I seen a UFO. It's the Jimmy Jam Show. It's the Jimmy Jam Show. It's the Jimmy Jam Show. Conspiracy, it's the Jimmy Jam Show. It's the Jimmy Jam Show. It's the Jimmy Jam Show. What? I think I seen a UFO.
Good night, people. Hope you sleep good.